Have smoke for Orlando Brown and his comments about her.
And Damon Wayans says the late Robin Williams was a joke thief, and did the Matrix 4 higher-ups say no thank you to Lawrence Fishburne's offer to be in the movie?
Oh, and I'm back for all the mess. How you guys?
Hey! Welcome to Side Dish.
Damn, I missed it again.
No, you're good. You're good. Next time. You get it next time. We'll give you the alley-oop next time.
Yeah, we're gonna be right, man. Welcome back, gang. And it's good to see y'all in the chat and on the other side of your TV screen. Put that popcorn down.
Hey.
We here at Side Dish. We're more than just an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We here the whole field.
Yeah, eat.
Whole meal, actually.
Yeah, whole meal. Yeah, whole meal on the whole field.
And joining us again is a funny lady, a comedian, a podcast host, and an all-around good human being. Kelly Kellz is in the building.
Oh, thank you.
K-Square back in the house.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here, too. I love y'all.
Look at that.
That's energy.
You just been globetrotting all around the country and stuff, doing shows all across the land.
Oh my God, back at it again. We outside. Now I'm here though.
Yeah?
This is where I like to be though.
Thank you.
Let's keep it completely real.
You could actually point at some of the places she's been
Yeah,
in
some
our
of these
graphics
back here.
back
Oh
there.
yeah,
Where-
you see that arch? Yeah, I helped build that one. I helped.
Okay, so okay, man. All right. Gateway to the West. Let's go.
Gateway to the West.
Okay, time for some Feed Me. So in Thailand, all male citizens are obligated to serve in the military. And every year in April, there's a lottery system where a red card means 2 years of service and a black card means exemption. You don't got to go.
Okay.
So let's watch this man go through a wave of emotions as he contemplates his fate. Wait, they literally got a draw?
Yes, and when I say this is hilarious, storms off.
What did he draw?
I think he's waiting to find out.
If it's red or black. The screaming has me
that
anxious.
him?
No.
Whoa!
Oh! He did a death drop. He just voted.
Yeah, I don't know if they was gonna let him in, even if he did get the.
Oh, he's that excited. Okay, so he got out, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. He drew a black card.
He's exempt. Did y'all see him just vote and do a death drop? Like, clearly he said, da 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 da. Ah!
He's out here
Next
hitting
on the
the
runway,
button.
do you see? It won't be me, military. He was like,
How do you think he celebrated getting the black card when he left?
well, he
that
had a
area?
concussion. So he's in the hospital.
His lower back is broke.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ain't
So he's in
doing
the
good right
hospital.
now.
Drink apple juice.
That's the
Yeah.
injury he should have gave himself if he pulled the other card.
I know.
Just so you could be on the injured reserve and get your Purple Heart before you even have to go into combat.
Also, what an embarrassing situation to have to go through. They're like, all right, all y'all line up, and you're gonna draw cards in front of each other. Like, what?
But there was a group of people screaming in the background, like, yeah. He's like, no.
They seem like they televised it, like they do the American Idol tryouts. You know
I'm
what I
good
mean?
on
It
that.
seemed like it wasn't as much of a serious military thing as much as it was entertainment for people at whatever
But look at
mall
the guards
they're at.
laughing. They,
Yeah, the guards are like, hold up.
You can't storm off.
This should be. Who wants to be a Thai soldier? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on down. You just turned 18.
Yeah. Oh, imagine. I'm glad the women not included. I mean, I was
Yeah.
nervous.
Wow.
Well, who knew that a black card would mean something else on the other side of the world and help people out?
But listen, this how you know that you're just so happy that you're not going. You like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Let me
I
up.
just bounced up. Yes. Yes.
He thought he wanted something
Straight
more.
to the clubs. Let's go.
Oh yeah, clubs and the rest of that medicine he's taking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, ibuprofen.
Well, yeah. Well, it looked like he like upon the second watch.
Yeah.
It seemed like he had like some small acups in development. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might be joining the Lady Boys.
No.
Oh, I think he's already
no.
with the lady boy.
It was
Yeah,
giving that energy.
yeah.
And it's not a slur. That's literally what they call the people there. And I've never been to Thailand, but
Oh.
I have heard about it.
Lady boy.
Okay, so we got.
Let's
After
do it.
telling embarrassing, we have to take a quick 1 minute detour.
Okay.
In high school, I did a lot of theater, and when I got to be in college, my high school theater coach calls me up, and he's like, "Hey, you know, come chaperone and direct this play. We're gonna do it international. It's gonna be in Scotland, in Edinburgh." And I was like, "Hell yeah, that sounds great." So as a part of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, there's a parade, and every show in town has a float on the parade. And I'm like 20 years old, out of Oklahoma, 4-stoplight kid. I ain't seen anything. I have not seen anything. And when we're watching these floats go by, this is about to sound bad, please go with me. As these floats go by, I see the baddest float full of Asian women I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And they are scantily clad, and they are like doing all the things, and they're pointing at me, and I'm like, And I'm like down in the front, and then one of the adult, like actual parents, like taps me on the shoulder, says, Tanner, did you read the name of that float and the name of that show? And I was like, no, but that girl was pointing at me, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, read the name of the float. And on God, I like my eyes go from up here down here where I read the name of the float, and it was the Lady Boys of Bangkok. And I was just like, and then I swear the one was like looking at me as I read, and they were like,
That's what everything.
I was like, no.
You started melting.
I was like, yeah.
You wanted mounds, but got almond joy.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
It's rough out here, man.
Yeah.
Orlando Brown. Let's throw out the attention on him. Speaking of nuts, right?
Oh, God.
Orlando Brown said a lot about his former That's So Raven co-star, Raven-Symone, or Simone if you're nasty, and he's been doing this for some years now, saying that they've had a sexual relationship and even said Raven's not black anymore. Well, Raven sat down with Jason Lee and shared why she hasn't responded to him. Check it out.
I know also that I know his family, I know him, and I knew him before drugs, after drugs, during God, not during God. And he was a comedic genius. And he's still making people laugh. So I would actually...
At others' expenses.
At others' expenses. And I'm secure enough in my bank account and my life that I don't have to dig that deep down to take it. And I also don't have to defend myself about anything because that's his experience. Only way people are going to know it's true or not is if I corroborate. Thank you, Law and Order. You know what I mean? And I plead the fifth, period. But I...
Man, if being unbothered was a person,
Yeah.
she has mastered that to the utmost degree.
It's Raven-Symone.
Yeah.
I really just believe anything she said at this point because she's so transparent. You get what I'm saying? And she's not really like trying to deceive us. She's like, this is what it is all the time. So y'all believe what you want.
Right.
Touche.
That was a master class on, I don't really care what he says.
Yeah.
You know, like, and if you do good for you, I'm unbothered.
Yeah.
Both my bank account and my person.
That
Like,
was the
I
flex.
was like,
That was a
yeah.
drive-by
That was a
flex.
flex,
Drive-by
like-
with the silencer.
I
She
mean-
didn't even say it loud.
She said, you can talk what you want, but my bank account is not silent.
And then
okay?
also within it to find like the grace to be like, he's making people laugh and he's still making people laugh. And to give him that, I thought was really nice.
But guess what Jason Lee did? Jason Lee and said, at other people's expense. Jason Lee! Yeah, but you know what? Raven-Symone, I think that even when things like this go on with people that you're on talk shows with, you have a love for them. And I'm sure she wants him to do well, but she sees him crashing out. And he is the ultimate crash out, and it is so funny to watch. Is that wrong?
It's an emotional roller coaster because sometimes it seems like he's really got it together, and then sometimes, like you say, completely the Hindenburg on fire as it crashes into a field in Des Moines.
Oh, God, I love you. This
I don't even know that's where it crashed.
that was good. That was
Was it Des Moines?
I don't even know. It
Not
felt
sure.
right.
But
It went
that's why
down.
I said it just felt
Could be.
good.
Could be.
I'm a believer. I just tell you that.
Yo, and mysteriously, Orlando Brown is dope as a musician.
Oh, God.
He makes music that has no reason to slap the way it does.
But his freestyles are crazy. I'm like, this ain't no bar like he just going crazy. I'm like, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'll listen to him.
Yeah?
Today.
He should have been in a cipher.
He can still be in the cipher. You can set the cipher up.
Yeah, I would gladly
Okay.
set it up.
Set it up.
Yeah, we're gonna need some police security, but yeah, we'll make it happen.
Well, we got Tanner. He's been working out.
Yes, I can wait. What? Hold on a second. What did I just get roped into?
Security.
Okay, security. All right. Speaking of setting it up, Lawrence Fishburne stopped by The View, and he gave us a little tea on whether he'd be a part of the Matrix 5, bringing back the iconic Morpheus. Well, guys, here's his surprising revelation.
We can't let you leave without pivoting only slightly for a little Matrix dish.
Okay.
Sorry. So it is confirmed that a 5th installment is currently in the works. Fans miss seeing you as Morpheus.
We did.
In the last film. Would you consider returning?
Please.
It depends on the circumstances, who is involved, how well the script has been written, if they offer me, because, you know, I offered my services to the 4th Matrix, and they didn't respond well.
Oh,
to that.
no.
So, hey, it's not like I didn't say, Oh, I'd like to offer you my services.
Morpheus
I
here.
did.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, that didn't happen. Okay.
Good for you for even telling that
But
story.
that's the truth.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we'll see. I mean,
Well, you need
I
to
don't
come
know.
back.
Well, it sounds like a decision as to whether they want it to be a great Matrix or bad.
Burn.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the fact that the last Matrix wasn't good wasn't the fact of him not being in it. Because and I forgot the guy who played him. He has a name that sounds like if you say it 3 times, something amazing will happen for you and something terrible will happen to another person. The name escapes me at the moment. He was an Aquaman, but he's a really dope actor, that guy. The script was crazy, and you could see the outcome of the whole story a mile away.
Yeah.
You're like, you know, and I think the script has to be good, first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then you worry about, you know, getting the right cast people. And also, he needs to be in a certain type of shape to be Morpheus, too.
Morpheus does wear the slickers, though. Morpheus ain't out here with the shirt off.
I mean, he can be definitely camouflaged into some clothes.
You don't want to compress our elders to the point and shapewear to the point to where their eyes get a little
But
jaundiced.
that would give him a whole new look. I mean, wow, that's when things were good.
Yo, the best Matrix is Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and the guy who played Hugo Weaving,
Yeah.
Agent
Yeah.
Smith. Like, that's the holy trinity, no joke intended there, of the Matrix films being great.
That's when we thought that we could be in the Matrix.
Yes.
That's when people wanted to be in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a part of it. Well, I think that just even watching Lawrence Fishburne talk about it, and they were all clapping, he was sitting here like, I think this is just his way of saying I'll help, but I don't think he really want a part of that.
think so?
Actually, once you take those people out and it doesn't do well, trying to bring them back in, what is it going to look like?
At that point, yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
A desperado Hail Mary.
Is this a pity party? Because I don't need it. Leave me alone.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want it.
They should bring back the dude who was on the ship in the first one. He was like black and knees
Tank?
looking. Was that his name,
It
Tank?
was like Tank. So it was 2 dudes. There was Tank, and then there was his like younger brother. Tank was the older guy, and then it was I forget his younger brother's name.
He was like a younger dude, but he didn't make the next movie because he was like, yo, I'm important, pay me more. They were like, you're not that important, we're not
Dozer,
paying
Jack
you more.
and Dozer.
Yeah.
Dozer was the younger brother.
He got killed off screen. They didn't even say if he died off screen. You just were left to assume.
And
let the droids get him.
Bye, if that money ain't right.
Facts, yo. Well, moving on. Damon Wayans, he stopped by Club Shay Shay and told lots of stories on his time in Hollywood. And he told Unc that the late Robin Williams was a straight-up thief. Check this out.
You know, Robin Williams was a notorious thief. I ain't lying. His manager used to walk around with a checkbook. And Robin would come off stage and comedian would say, hey, he just took my name to write him a check, $75.
Damn.
Because he knew. Robin was all stream of conscious. And he would steal material. He was known. Comedians would go, I'm not going on because Robin's here.
Wow.
You know, but it happens.
Right.
But I always look at like comedy like this. If it's not the last joke I'm ever going to tell, I ain't going to treat it like that.
Oh, okay.
You ain't take my wife or my kid. It's just a joke. That means I got to think of something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for people to be all, you know, up in arms about a joke, really, what is...
Hey, y'all know this is a touchy subject for me.
Speak on it,
Because
sis.
it happens. It happens all the time. Comedians they literally go to shows just to pick up people's swag, their energy, and you know the stories. So what we need to do, what comedians are doing now, is telling personal stories.
Right.
My dad, who was a chef, you know, certain things you can't make up. If you say this verbatim, you stole my story, my life.
Yeah.
Not nothing hacky, but people will steal a hacky joke all the time. If we're talking about Spirit Airlines, there's 1,000 jokes about Spirit Airlines. Bags fly, $3,000 for a bag. You're like, okay, well, everybody say that. But if it's a good joke, people would try to remix it, put that little spin on it. You're like, oh God. So, but the manager is fire.
Yeah.
The
Yo,
manager,
that's a great-
the payoff, I'll take it. I'll take the payoff.
Especially that instant gratification, because like someone writing you a check on the spot is the equivalent of getting cash apped on set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on the spot.
Also, like, how, it's so I would watch a whole movie about Robin Williams stealing jokes and his managers being like, all right, Kelly Kellz, what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take here? Hey, I got you right here. You know, where it's like,
I get plenty
just
of
to
phone
have
calls.
that man around.
I get phone calls all the time, like, hey man, let me see, you check your DM. This is your joke, and I look at it like, damn, that's my joke. But I can't give people that energy because then it'll be just too much drama.
Right.
And you know, Club Shay Shay is where you're gonna find the drama. Let's just be real. They come to just spill their heart off, and I just don't want that. I like the clean slate. Look at this good energy I have. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Don't worry about the drama. Raven-Symone, unbothered.
I'm unbothered. My bank account, my bank account is not giving a silent night.
My bank account is actually quite bothered.
My bank account is
agitated.
It's irritated.
It's inflamed.
It's inflamed. Oh God, it's an infection.
Yeah, needs a cream.
Yo, but
Oh God, this is going.
But the Robin Williams joke stealer thing has been a thing that I've heard about for years. And
Me
then
too.
over the years, you heard about, Dane Cook, Carlos Mencia, who I think now goes by his government name, Ned, now, when he does comedy.
Yeah.
Branding.
Yeah, the
Yeah, and I
rebrand.
don't think it. Unfortunately, I think it's something that's like always been around in comedy. It's never going away. Some people will take some joke, figure out how to reword it to tell it themselves. Like you said, Kelly Kellz, like telling your own personal anecdote makes it harder for someone to steal your story. But I'm sure people still do it.
Well, you can't copyright a joke, right?
Right.
So once it's out there, it's for anyone to tell. People tell it at work.
Yeah.
People tell it to entertain their people at home, and they would never give you the credit.
Right.
So you just have to be authentic. And I tell jokes about my husband. Nobody has a husband like mine.
There you go.
Make it work for you.
Oh man, listen. So Bill Murray appeared on an episode of What Happens Live, and he shared a story about Bruce Willis and when Bruce was just an NBC page. Check it out.
Bruce Willis was a page at NBC.
Wow.
When I was on Saturday Night Live.
No way.
Yeah, he was a page.
Wow.
And his job was to come and to refill, this sounds like insane but his job was to come and go to the dressing rooms and refill the M&Ms and pretzels kind of thing in the actors' rooms. And I remember when I met him after he was already a successful guy, he said, "You and Gilda were nice to me." And I thought, okay. And that's, you know, I always thought, okay, I'm good with this.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings, for real.
Hey,
story.
you never burn a bridge.
You just never know. Like the man who was filling the candy jars in 1975, 1976 would go on to be one of the biggest action stars of the 80s and 90s.
And they got to share this. They got to share a film together. Imagine that. Could you imagine being rude to that guy, and then one day he has the option of hiring you?
Yeah.
Get out of here. I want all red.
Yeah.
in the
Sorry, Bill. Not funny now, is it?
Ain't so funny, Big Bill.
Man, but but it is crazy how like fast someone's trajectory can just go in a different direction, and like sometimes people are afraid to take those entry level gigs just to get in the like behind the scenes to learn to meet the people that you need to meet.
But that's the networking. We got to do the networking. I think that people forget about the networking because they get to a certain level. But there's always a new networking in the level that you want to enter in. So I'm with it. I'll go do the M&Ms.
No, there's always something to learn. We talked about this story a couple days ago, and it's about like, this is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was hot on TV. Will Smith wanted to become an international movie star. Got to talk to Arnold about it, and Arnold hit him with a couple key pieces of advice, and that changed the trajectory of his career.
Yeah.
And so it's like you said, you might think you're at this level, but there is someone up there who knows more and has more experience.
Absolutely. And you be good to those people, and they'll be good to you. It's just like reaping a harvest. You plant those seeds, and you watch it grow. You're like, I talked to that man 6 years ago, and they remembered me. Oh, I love it.
It's the little things.
It's the little things. And he seemed very sentimental when he was just talking about it. Like, it seemed like he almost wants to break out in a little tear.
Well, it's interesting because he said that Bruce talked to him. They said, you and Gilda were always nice to me. And he's referring to Gilda Radner, who passed away young. And so there's a part of me that thinks like Bill and Gilda were probably really close in that point in time.
Okay.
And like little Bruce being a youngster at that point in time, being you two were good to me, I imagine hits Bill and Phil's.
Yeah.
And
because like Bill Murray doesn't love everyone.
No.
Yeah, that's
So like,
No, he does not.
in order for him to give it up and be that, like that transparent about that meant a lot, man. So shout out to him, yo.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we got a lot to talk
Yes,
about
we do.
today,
It
man.
is.
Kelly Kellz is hanging out.
I know,
see
we
y'all
just
in the
had that moment.
chat.
We did. We just had a little moment
I
here.
know. We gotta bring her on back up. There we go.
Here we are having an emotional moment. Now we got to take a commercial break.
Okay.
But when we come back from set break, Chappell Roan doesn't think pop stars are politically smart, and Coco Jones realizes it wasn't smart to have a fan sing for her. We got that coming for you in 2 minutes. Welcome back.
Yay.
Now, when Ellen Pompeo stopped by the Jennifer Hudson show, she talked about her time as one of the stars in a Taylor Swift video and how Taylor gave her a very generous donation. Check it out.
Yeah.
See?
And Taylor is such a good girl, and I didn't know her, and she invited me to be in the video, and I thought, oh, that'll be fun. And I went and did the video. It was, honestly, it was the easiest thing. It was like an hour or two. And at the time, Chris and I we do a lot of volunteering for Children's Hospital Los Angeles here. And thank you. They have an amazing program at Children's where they make music for the babies in the NICU. And for the parents who have to go to work all day and they can't be with the kids, they record their voices singing nursery rhymes or telling them stories, and they play it for the babies in the day when the parents can't be there.
That is
and it
beautiful.
really, like, the babies respond to it, and it increases their outcomes, makes their outcomes more positive, and it's a really nice program, but they need money to run it.
Yeah.
So I just, got up the chutzpah and asked Taylor, could you write me a big old check for children?
Wow.
And she, honestly, she knew me all but 20 minutes, and that girl wrote me the biggest check without blinking an eye.
Let's go. Taylor!
Wow.
Taylor and it's Raven-Symone, okay?
Yeah.
Pop your stuff.
I feel like Taylor Swift actually has a checkbook full of the big checks. I got you right here.
Right. Waiting for someone
Just
to
add
ask.
water, they explain, and that's the ones they bring to your door when you win a big prize. And shout out to Ellen Pompeo. Like, she is a lifetime recipient of the plates at the Black Barbecue because not only does she do dope stuff like that, but, she's been like, a Colors Only fountain for quite some time.
An ally. Did you say?
I did.
He did it.
I went to
I did
1960.
You hear I couldn't even bring volume to my voice.
You gonna whisper it like I couldn't hear it. I'm like, and I looked at you and I said, yeah, that sounds about right.
Because Taylor had to love Ellen Pompeo. Like, Grey's Anatomy is everything to a lot of young women.
Yeah.
For almost 20 years now.
Who would have thought that show would still be running full speed
Yeah, well, here's
after all
something
those
about
years?
it. My daughter watches it. She's
Yeah?
12.
Oh, wow.
Because you can go watch the reruns and watch it back. And my daughter's a binge watcher, so Grey's Anatomy is one of those things that she's hooked on. She wants to be a neurosurgeon.
You should tell her to binge General Hospital from season 1.
General Hospital from season 1.
Bro, keep her busy.
You want to keep her occupied?
And watch a show that's been on for 40 years, 5 days a week with no break.
But the dope thing about Taylor, with giving back and foundations and things like that, you just reap those benefits on so many different levels. It comes back, not even monetary wise. That's the least about her worries. Just being a great person. Ooh, I love that for her.
Yeah.
Let's go Taylor Swift.
Those people get to go to heaven twice.
Twice.
First time they let you look around, be like, yeah, this is all who up here. You want to go check out the other
I
place?
didn't know she was gonna get here. Okay.
It's like, why they let him in? Like, what's going on?
Big check.
Now, what celebrity would you donate to, or would you want to be a part of your fundraising campaign? Like, who you feel like has the energy and the goodwill to just make people get down with the get down?
I'm gonna go with Queen Latifah.
Oh.
Man, Queen Latifah is the people's champ. They love her in every demographic. Queen Latifah, she just has this, like, I command the room. You guys do well. Let's get this money. I'm a Queen Latifah fan. Queen Latifah, I want you to donate some money to her foundation.
I think people just give money to Shaq.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just give it to him. Like, let him have it. Like, hey, you wanna fit in this card?
They definitely give him commercials. They definitely give him small cars.
Shaq has proven himself to be such a business mogul. Now he's like, I'm thinking about doing it. And then they're just like giving the money. Yeah. If I was gonna hold like a thing and I need someone to host it, I'll probably get the comedian Theo Von because he's sneaky funny.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody kind of likes him. To my knowledge.
Can we get another one?
Another one? Someone else? Oh,
can I get another one?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Oh, Snoop Dogg is gonna get the money, man. Snoop Dogg not been with Martha. He's been with, he's with everyone.
He can match with anyone.
In any energy, and he's gonna get the money.
Like, out of all the years, like, Snoop Dogg has had like 2 tough weeks in his entire career. There was the week he was on that murder trial, and then there was that week after he did the Trump thing.
And then he forgot about it.
And now he's back to, just being Snoop.
I think he wrote a big check.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Money make people forget things.
Yeah, I have a meeting.
It makes me forget a lot. A lot of things. All right, moving on. Chapel Roan stopped by the Call Her Daddy podcast and talked about how people expect Chapel to be like a political expert because she's been outspoken. She's been very outspoken about various issues and causes, including LGBTQ rights, the war in Gaza, reproductive freedoms. And here's what Chapel had to say about all of that.
How can I do it all? Like,
You
how
can't.
can these girls tour, write, perform, interview, sleep, eat, and work out, and like how can they do it all and lead a team and be a boss and pay people and be like so politically educated? It's exhausting, and it's also impossible. Also, why the fuck are you looking to me for some political answer? You think I have the answer?
But you're like, listen to my song, bitch. Turn it up.
Like, I'm a pop star. I wish I had the answers. I wish the president was a pop star, but she's not.
I wish the president was a pop star. Kind of goes hard.
But she's not
but
with
she's
harder.
Not. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shot him under the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's keeping it real. That time management. People don't understand that being a pop star is a lifestyle that you have to keep up with. That'll drain you. Waking up every day like, hey, go crazy. Pop.
Well, I
star.
think it just goes back to that classic Sir Charles quote, like, athletes or celebrities should not be role models for your children. And so it's like, if you're coming to athletes or pop stars or celebrities, and you're like, how do we solve the war in Gaza?
Right.
How do we make Russia and the Ukraine get along? Can we fix these tariffs with China? Chapel, do you have a song about that? No, that's not their profession.
It won't be a best written work, but a lot of the things you mentioned, there are simple answers to. There's just so much money tied into the execution of the things that are happening that, people are never going to cut off their financial flow. But I will say, there has been times where Chaperone in the most uncomfortable spaces has said the thing that needed to be said, and that made me like her even more. You know what I mean? I'm expecting her at some point to crash out the way Kanye did.
Yeah.
I feel like she is female Kanye. And, before it's all said and done, she might join the Black Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
So I listened to the whole podcast. I listened to this whole podcast, and it's sort of fascinating. A friend of mine was like, a female friend of mine was like, I want you to listen to this.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it later on. I said, okay, cool. So I committed to listen to the whole thing. And it made me like her more throughout all of it. Sure, she's a little quirky, and sometimes it takes her a minute to like figure out how she's going to say the things that she's going to say. But then if she says it, and I was like, oh, that's fascinating, and that's brilliant. And it's like, oh, the relationship of self to fame. One of the things she gets to talking about is like her transition to being a lesbian and how like the guys that she was with weren't capable of talking about sex with her. And I was like, oh, well, that's an issue. You know, like that's a thing that we can all relate to. And so I don't know. I found it a very interesting listen.
I think her taking her time to say what she wanted to say was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know how many times I speak and I'm like, what the heck? I just say, rewind the tape, right? So taking your time is fine. But guess what? She's absolutely right. I don't care that much about politics right now, but if I find someone on my team who cares and I believe in it, I'll push it after that because I have a team for that.
I think everybody at some point gets to a point to where the thing that they didn't care about, they care about because now I see the effects that this has.
Yeah.
Because there was a point in time where I wasn't super up on politics. I was into it from, I like their commercials.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But
he black.
Then when you get older, you start, you start learning about people's politics and the things that they stand for, and start doing your own research. You'd be like, oh wow, these things do matter. These local elections actually even matter more than the big televised programs that these
the circus that we get on the top level gets all the attention, where it's like the local elections are probably maybe the most important.
Yeah, like when they get rid of the yellow light. It's because you didn't go vote for it.
I know.
It goes from green to red now.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I'ma still run one of them. I'm still running one of them. If yellow gone, well, red is a wrap.
Here it comes.
You know what's so funny? We're talking about changes and things like that. I'm sure Coco Jones would definitely be doing some changing. She will not probably have any crowd participation in her concerts after this happened, okay? So while her singing ICU, she heard a fan in the audience singing along and she thought it was killing it. Like, oh, this audience gonna give me exactly what I need. She had him come onto the front and sing, and then this happened.
I heard somebody back there. You caught me off guard. You ate that. Who was that? Who was that? Come up here. No, we may grow. I don't know why we don't grow.
Hey, that comes up in front of the conversation.
Baby.
Oh no.
Baby, I need you.
See, look at,
Go ahead,
there's
Kelly
no,
Kellz.
there's
Go
no
ahead.
glitch in the system.
Not at all.
Coco Jones is the real MVP for that. It was the hard rock.
Truly. Yeah.
That's a church rock. Like, okay, this they last time.
That's
coming
that
up
bless
here.
your heart.
That's your bless your heart. Take your time, rock.
Yeah.
That singer, when he did his ear like this, he was letting y'all know, baby, I'm a horse, but I'm trying to find my key. Yeah. Never again will Coco Jones do that.
I wonder, was he the one who hit the note that she heard?
Probably the man next to the man next to the man.
Yeah.
And that's usually the one that shot a scene. I don't want to get him. No, yo, I don't want to get
The
up.
one in the back who like hit the falsetto, and then Coco was like, "Come on up here." He was like, and then the man next to him was like, "Ha ha!
My time to shine."
Yeah, finally.
In the most intimate setting too. That was a fire situation. Obviously, that was a band. Like you could see the energy in there.
Yeah.
It's fun though, right? I think that makes for good entertainment. But she'll never do that again.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet you this becomes more of a thing now.
Oh, you think so?
I think it becomes more of a thing, being like, well, we got to make up for what they did in the last city. I think that's what
city got the best singers? Ooh, Coco, we see you, twin.
I don't want to choose violence to just throw that out there, man. Man, because there's somebody great from everywhere.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
One of the greatest boy bands of all time, hails from Gary, Indiana, Jackson 5.
Come on, let's go. And some of the best singers in the world. We talk about Motown in Detroit, right? So them some great singers there. What's up? But Atlanta ain't too bad either.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
Atlanta's probably like LA in one of those places. There's so many singers sitting around that you just show up for a karaoke night, and if you're someone who's off key like me, after 2 or 3 singers, you're like, no, I can't do this. This is American Idol.
And for real, the karaoke singers that come and do all that, stay at home because that's not fair to them. I really got a hookah. I'm enjoying myself. I want to sing Call Tyrone just on a regular tip.
Call him. Yeah,
and you singing vibrato, you hitting high notes. You sound like you in an orchestra. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah, you singing like Teddy Jam and Teddy Lewis and Jimmy Jam is like in the audience and stuff.
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
auditioning.
Getting signed.
All right, we got to take a quick break. But after the break, we got some random investigations and so much more. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back. It is time for Random Investigations. Have you ever been on a flight and wondered why you feel so bloated and gassy? And then you sniffed around and sensed some cheese had been cut? Well, it's not gross, it's actually science.
Yep. As it turns out, the lower air pressure on the plane, which is generally around 11 psi versus on land, which is 14 psi, makes gas expand in your body, causing your ears to pop and your booty too. But it's not just you. Most people are clenching them cheeks, trying not to let one sneak out, building up all their little ab muscles.
Is that just in our ears, or are the people at home hearing farts as well?
That's our producers in the back farting so loud that it's barely
Wow.
the actual
ladies, get it
program.
together.
I'm laughing because I'm a frequent flyer. And I always, if I smell a fart, I'm literally looking left and right, like, which one of y'all did it? But it could come from anywhere. You just don't know, right? You don't know, because it could be the people in front of you.
I'm gonna tell you who it comes from, and this is gonna make us all a little uncomfortable.
Who?
Well, because the air pressure's lower, right? So that means it's easier for the gas to escape, and it is the oldest among us whose muscles have gotten softer, and they can't keep that grip. They can't keep it in like they used to, and the air pressure's lower, and it just sneaks out of them.
Yeah, the brakes is bad.
I mean, but guess what?
Bad.
People do not change their mannerisms all day. Will poop and keep on reading that book, and they won't blink twice. And I'm like, I can't even pick out the culprit.
I sit next to Gary.
And his brakes are bad.
And the number of times where I've like heard it, and I just had to like turn my head right back, and I'm like, coming up next, you know.
Was it loud like a beatbox or airy like a seashell?
There's been a couple times I could just hear a little rumbly gumbly, and then every now and then I have turned around just to see if Brat clocked it.
Y'all are so God. This is a seashell or rumbly gumbly. All that make me feel like, I'll be on the plane like, ding, ding.
Yo, ding, ding, ding. It's weird. Like, my body has really weird mechanisms that keep me from being in uncomfortable situations.
Okay.
Yo, I can't front. I don't think I've ever smelled another human man's fart, because I be in situations where, like, I feel like I start breathing with my ears or something.
You got 4 sons.
Right.
Yo, man, and like, I'm taller than them. So it probably takes a little bit more for that to reach to the top, you know? You know how in the cartoons they be showing the little scent coming from the pie? I think it has to rise up.
I can see, if I'm making eye contact with somebody, I can see fart in your eyes.
Really?
You hear me? I can feel it. I can see the push. I can see I can see fart in your eyes.
Wow.
So I be trying to make eye contact with the people on the plane with don't fart next to me.
Yo, but there's a water treatment plant that I drive past when I go to the gym I go to sometimes, and it stinks over there, so I've heard. But for some bizarre reason, when I'm in that area, I stop breathing through my nose. It's like my body subconsciously be like, you ain't gonna like this.
You ain't gonna like this. It's fire.
Switch to alt mode.
Touch me, give it to me.
Yeah, let's bring it across the tongue, boys.
Yeah, right.
That's worse, I think.
Oh my God.
However, on a flight, like, I'm not gonna do like abdominal crunches to keep it in, man. If it gotta go, it gotta go.
The worst smell I ever encountered on a plane, two worst smells. Number one, check your seats. If you can pick your seat, which I like to try to pick my seat.
Southwest.
Make it a point, or Delta or whoever, just make it a point that you're not sitting anywhere near the restroom. I made that mistake one time, and every time that door came open, it wafted, just like directly into my face. Every single time, I was like, oh, God. Yeah. And it was so bad. And then one time, there was a man sitting next to me, and he had this like Tupperware thing, and it was full of boiled eggs. And he was like peeling them and eating them next to me. And they were brown eggs.
Oh, it's like organic. Like, you're not using an organic egg. Oh, that's really hit different.
Okay, real quick. Whose cousin do you think did that?
Oh, we already know who cousin. First of all, we ain't even boiling that many eggs on the plane.
But like older black folks, sometimes they would like.
Yeah, but they would have made tuna with it.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, or they bringing it for us.
Just egg.
Just
we know
egg.
whose cousin that was. And they were brown eggs.
You think it was Tanner's cousin? Was it your?
I think it's Tanner's cousin.
It was not my cousin.
Okay.
Whose cousin was it?
Very strongly other cousin.
Strong other cousin.
Yeah.
Possibly the other cousin that I sat next to and smelled like that cousin when I got off the plane. I tweeted about this the other day as I was leaving. I was like, yo, I'm on a plane and now I smell like the guy I was sitting next to.
It's in my clothes.
I want to introduce these people to new spices.
You know, some nationalities are known for using eggs in their dishes, like half cut of. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Okay, so let us know in the chat whose cousin do you think it was?
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers. Okay, all right. Yeah, freaking gender reveals, right? People have gotten really creative with their gender reveals over the years, thanks to social media, of course. And so check out how this strong mama revealed if she was having a boy or a girl.
Whoa.
Well, let's go. Dang, power clean. All right.
That's dangerous.
Push press overhead. Let's go. Drop to the ground. Here it comes. Bang. Oh! All right.
That's new.
Yeah.
Is she on the hill or just a little flat?
That's got to be some kind of flat, I would guess.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have did that.
That's a power clean from bang. That's a CrossFitter. You know she's in a cult. Bang.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, how much do you think the stuff that was hanging on it like added to the bar? Because the bar is usually like about 45 pounds. A bar
Well,
that
women's
long.
bar is 35 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a woman's bar, you sure?
That was a woman, so I just presumed.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know there was a man and women's bar.
Yeah, yeah.
And are those 10s?
Oh, those look like the green weights are typically like what, like 15s?
Yeah, they could be
20s, right?
10s also, depending on your gym, depending on what you got going on.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if those were 10s. And what, she got 2 little plastic bags of powder under there?
Oh, God. And where's the dad?
Probably filming, not helping.
Yep. He probably works at the gym.
Bang.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good form. Kudos to you, Mom. Getting it around the belly and everything.
It's just so funny because gender reveals are taking a whole new level.
Yeah.
Oh, first we had planes going across the sky. Then you have a volcano erupting. Now it's the weightlifting. I am so glad gender reveals was not a thing when I had a baby.
Yeah.
You was just like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. And you say things so modest. I just want the baby to be healthy. Now people want a big reveal and a baby shower. It's so much.
Oh, they were doing both? That's 2 different things?
Those are 2 different things.
Doubling up, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen situations where people have invited certain groups of people to the gender reveal, and then a different crop of people to the
That is
baby
absolutely
shower.
true.
Just because you know, like, all right, cool, you gonna come eat up the food. You could come to the gender reveal. You got a couple dollars, and all your bills is up to date. So I'm gonna invite you to the baby shower.
Me and my husband did a gender reveal. We was like, whoever, because it's this old saying, like, if it's a girl, that means the man did his thing.
Oh.
And if it's a boy, that means the woman did their thing.
Oh.
So for a couple of months, we like, I be doing my thing. So we was having our own gender reveal in our head at the house. And then when it came out, it was a girl. All that went out the window. That theory went out the window.
Yeah, that theory wasn't good.
That theory wasn't good enough.
So your husband didn't do his
Doesn't
thing?
work anymore.
I mean, he was there.
He was there.
And we happy or whatever.
Yo, we did a gender reveal for my second kid, man. And well, actually, no, my third kid. Okay. And you could audibly hear me say the F word in the background after the cake was cut. Because, like, I just knew I was going to have a girl at that point. And to this day, 4 boys. Boys only. I only make left Twix.
That's hilarious.
But well, now it goes back to that. Your girl can go crazy. Hold up.
I really am doing all the work. I really am.
Are you?
I really am. Like,
I just only can go by theory for you. Would you do a gender reveal?
I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily feel the need to do it. Like, I like a baby shower, but like if my baby mama or my wife,
Your wife?
was like, I want to do one, then I would try to keep it reeled in.
Yeah.
But we could do it if she wanted to do it.
Like with just a little pop twist and it's pew.
Now, hold on a second.
So God, is that?
I'm not gonna have my girl out here like, y'all ready?
Boom, blue confetti.
Launch a rock. Yeah.
Yo, you should do. You remember how in the Street Fighter 2 arcade version,
Yes.
there would be that level where you got to beat up the car.
The car.
Yo, y'all bash the car to the wiper fluid shootout, and the
that's
wiper
good.
fluid, the color of the wiper fluid shooting out is that.
That's good.
Tell you.
I could do that.
Okay, I didn't know that's where you was going, but I like it.
We're gonna keep thinking on that. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more side dish. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just 2 minutes.
I always wondered whose car that was.
I think you got it, Kellz.
Let's go. Welcome back. All right, so listen. What's the point of making doctor's appointments if you gotta wait? Well, a resurfaced video that went viral years ago. A woman confronts a doctor about the wait time, but I don't think she was expecting a reaction. Check this out, okay? This doctor wasn't playing with her.
Specifically asked this lady to let people know when they make an appointment that they may not be seen in a timely manner.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people? I've got 7 rooms back there.
I made an appointment at 6:30 because I knew that
It's
being out of my bed
7:45,
an hour and 45 minutes.
We've
and I
already
have
been
not
working on you. We've done a urine test on you. I've seen you.
You came in and said, I'm going to check your pee.
Does that take 3 seconds, you think?
I don't know how long
Do you want to be seen or not?
I want to go home and get in my bed. I'm
Then fine,
miserable.
get the hell out. Get your money and get the hell out.
I did. But that
See you
right
later.
there is just rude. That's
Really?
disrespectful. Very.
Really? If you go to Care Spot, you're waiting for 3 hours.
I don't know.
Go to the ER and wait for 9 hours.
Okay,
you can get out of her face.
Out of my office.
I will
now.
file a complaint with a Better Business.
Mom, I got it on video, so it doesn't matter.
And then,
Go.
and my
What's your
daughter's
daughter?
recording this. My
What's your
daughter is
name?
recording this. Give me my phone. I'm about to call him, bro. I'm calling them.
Give me my phone.
Oh my God. Dr. Doom.
Oh.
He said, take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Man, he was having a day.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I think I'm going to rethink asking the receptionist how long my appointment is.
No, you definitely should, because they need to be held at a higher level of accountability. Because let's just say, if you are late for your appointment,
They
cancel you and charge you anywhere between $50 to $150 cancellation fee. You should walk in there. You should be on the meter 10 minutes after your supposed time.
10 minutes?
Yeah, and for every 10 minutes go by, that's less you gotta pay.
But I know sometimes I have one of those aunts. I take my aunt to the doctor. So I want to be in and out, but she asks the doctor so many questions. So sometimes it's a case-by-case situation where it's the patient that's slowing down. I don't know.
That is a thing.
The other thing about this video in particular is I was listening there and she was talking about, I made my appointment at 6:30 and he was like, it's 7:15 or something like that. And we've already been like, I gave you a urine test, I'll give you this other test.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
you've been seen.
7:45. So that's an hour and 15 minutes. But in that time, she has been seen and now she wants to leave before it's done. Like, lady, you're screwing your own self over at this point.
That is wild that they had to do the test on the way in, because usually they make you do all those types of urine, blood, and all that as you leave in. They send you to go do your labs after the fact.
See, but something was going on with her. She wanted results today. That's why she was so anxious. I could tell. Yeah, she was itchy.
You don't always get it.
She was a little bothered. And her daughter was like, Mom, I'm recording.
The other thing, too, is I understand doctors getting salty about certain kinds of things because sometimes people walk in there with cancer or with Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Or maybe this doctor had someone cut open and was like putting the liver back together. And now you're going to walk in here with your headache and complain to me.
Yeah, that's real.
You know, where it's like, oh, I just kept the person alive, or someone else just died back here. You know.
You're making me feel bad because I am one of them people. I'll come up like, hey, should I reschedule? They like
that's probably fair and fine.
Yeah.
I walked in, so I broke my thumb. I broke my thumb last fall, and I had to have a surgery on that.
Okay.
And I went in for some physical therapy, and the last time I went in for my physical therapy, there was a sign that says, we are running behind. If you were scheduled for this, you can expect to wait like this, otherwise reschedule. And I appreciated them for like being upfront about it. It's like, and I walked in, that room was packed with people trying to get their hands or thumbs checked.
Hey, but the doctor was out of line. You can't touch that phone.
Yo, yeah, that's
now
where I made
you
a mistake.
tripping.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
because now I got to call my brother.
Yeah.
I got to call my brother.
Yeah, he went above and beyond. He's gonna need a doctor by the time.
He's gonna need a doctor.
I don't know if she knows the kind of people that we would know that would come through and serve.
And when I say we talking about we would know.
Oh no, she knows. Listen here, Buster. We're about to have a real serious talk about this. I'm gonna leave you 1 star on Yelp. I'm this close. I'm this close.
You knew what she said. What's your name?
Yeah, what's your name?
That's what you asking right now.
Doctor, whoever, the one you've been. What are you talking about? What's your name?
Yo, big Karen energy.
Anyhow.
So Kelly Kellz, you're rocking shows all around the world. But every Monday you do something special at Uptown Comedy Corner in Atlanta /Hapeville.
Hapeville. Every Monday I host an open mic for new comedians, right? And I think that I am super excited because I remember going to open mics, just wanting to hit the stage, that anticipation and having a safe place and being around veteran comedians. Here I am, dun, 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 a veteran comedian, and I am a super dope energy. And so the way that I do my open mic, I allow the new comedians to feel safe, and I give them feedback, and they have a safe place to come. And that's every Monday at Uptown. I'm not from here. My picture on the wall at Uptown Comedy Corner.
Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famer. So I'm super grateful. I understand what it means to have a night, and I'm responsible with it. So we do this every Monday. Even when I'm out the country, out of town, I still have the show go on. I have someone host it. But it's super dope. New comedians come. Veterans comedians come. Everyone's coming to work on their set because you want to. Who wouldn't want to have an open mic with Kelly Kellz? And so the people know that I'm going to be entertaining them.
What time is this Monday nights?
Oh, so it's every Monday at 8:30. Yeah, doors open up at 8, show start at 8:30 for new comedians or people who just want to try it out. You can come get on that list. Now, the list is normally like about 15 to 30 people on this list.
And how long does everybody get?
No. Everyone's not going up. No, it's really like first come, first serve. Sure. And I usually give about 10 comedians 5 minutes.
Okay.
Now that's only, I know y'all probably like, that's only 50 minutes. The rest of their time is mine. Because it's my open mic and I get a chance to work on new material. Sure. And people love me being on stage and they like, you're leaving. I'm like, yeah, I have to call someone up there.
Well, 5 minutes is generous though in the open mic game.
Very generous.
5 minutes, I don't know who's watching home, but sometimes, you might only get 2 minutes. Sometimes you might only get 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And so for 10 comics to get 5 minutes is very generous of you.
And I'm a generous queen, but guess what? Let me be very clear. If you're bombing, right, in the sense that you're not even trying to evolve, because I have new comedians that's coming each and every week. If you're not trying, it's my job to pull you down.
Oh, so you're a good human.
I'm a good human.
Yo, man, there's been nights where I've hosted some things and I'm just sitting back like the Emperor in Mortal Kombat. Just
Yo, no, I'm gonna get you down because you're drowning. And another thing too, so since it's an open mic, but people are in the club, it's a comedy club, I still want to keep the morale up, right? So I have to get back out there and bring them right back up, which that is my specialty. I bring you back up,
So be sure you follow Kelly Kellz online so you can find out, what day works for you so you can go and watch the magic happen. But in the meantime...
Oh, man, we're going to be back in 2 minutes with everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
Welcome back. It's time for everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it?
Hey.
There we go.
So a 27-year-old man in Birmingham, which is in the West Midlands of England, so it's more like Birmingham. He's a real-life smooth criminal. The pickpocketer was caught on CCTV doing a sick dance move to distract his victims.
Oh, the man would break out into bizarre dances to catch people off guard and confuse them, and voila, wallets and phones are gone.
Cops said the two-stepping thief was targeted 4 victims last year, but while using his 2 feet, he forgot to actually use his brain. After using the stolen cards, cops were able to track him down using facial recognition.
The fancy feet offender was arrested and ordered to reimburse the stolen goods.
All right, now, whose cousin is this?
Okay, we said England, right?
Yeah, not to be confused with Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Because no one from Alabama says Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pronounce the ham.
Birmingham.
The ham will be present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dancing component makes it interesting.
Okay.
Because what are we talking about here? We talking like old school breakdancing?
Yeah, right.
Throw people off? Or are we talking about mime work?
Are we talking about the little thing at the tax services?
Oh, the wacky inflatable.
The inflatable man.
At the car lot. Yeah.
It's hard. That's an interesting one. Birmingham, England? Is that right? Is that the name of the place?
Yeah.
Birmingham, England.
Yo, from what I've noticed off of last year's Olympics, that people, once you cross over the water, aren't great enough dancers to distract people.
Come on.
Far and large. Unless we talk about a proper river dance.
Yeah,
and unless there's more than one person doing that, that's going to fall flat.
Well, yeah.
Definitely.
And that's also the dance of that people's culture.
Yeah.
It's when you try to dance someone else's, and you don't have many of them where you live.
Gets a little problematic.
Gets a little tricky.
I'm torn.
I feel like this has to be my cousin for the England component, but also there could be an other cousin component because they have a lot of others over there as well.
Yo, there's like a mysterious amount of people who don't look like your cousin that live in the UK. Don't look like my cousin either.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's a melting pot.
Very big so.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go other.
Okay.
Just to throw a Hail Mary wild card at this
All right.
situation.
Okay. I'm gonna go mine. You're going other. Kelly Kellz, how you feeling?
I'm going to go yours.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to go your cousin.
Sure.
2 cousins and an other. So you know how we do about this
2
time.
cousins and an other.
Let's do it in their native dialect.
Oh, yeah,
1, 2, 3. Move that van.
Surprise. Oh, that's Bartish.
It's Drake's cousin.
Yeah.
That's Drake's cousin.
And it's Barditch.
Wow.
He looks like he could dance.
I bet those moves were slick.
Who was that one guy that was really big?
We actually have a video of him. Okay.
Okay. I can't wait to see this. Oh, he's twerking on the man. That's a great way to distract the person.
What kind of weird ass?
What?
Oh, sir, you have to know you're getting pickpocketed right now.
Yeah.
He's got his leg over.
After the 3rd twerk, like that overhand left would have came over and neutralized.
Oh, we would have never even got this far.
What in the world?
Well done. Because what a lot of pickpocketers will do, they will like touch a part of your body to like throw you off a little bit.
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, shoom.
Yeah.
And
But that guy is going. The guy that got pickpocketed, he's actually going to heaven twice with Taylor Swift because he's a really good person.
Yeah.
I would have never let you twerk on me.
Absolutely.
And then throw that leg on me.
No, you're not throwing your leg up on my mushy peas and not expecting me to give you some of the Queen's English, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So y'all be careful out there. If that ever happens to you, you're gonna be leaving lighter without some stuff, man. So shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah.
If people want to follow you, Kelly Kellz, how can they do that?
Stay locked in, Kelly Kellz 22 on everything.
Hey. All right. The airplane man sitting next to me was an Asian man.
Oh.
With the eggs.
Mine wasn't.
Oh.
But for everybody else, follow along with us. Follow us on Fox Soul. Follow us on all social media. And thank you for rocking with us. And we're a transparent show about life.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? We're not sweeping things under the couch.
No.
Because then you got
We're having a good old time. We're
clean
going
up
to
later.
lean on the couch.
We're a show for the people.
Yeah.
Of the people.
Y'all know what we was talking about.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all on the next lap. Peace,
All right,
y'all.
bye.
Bye.
Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to Scrolling with Jen and V. We back for another episode. Thank you for being here with us. We have our bevies of the night.
Yes.
It's your girl Jen. Holla.
Hey, Jen.
And right over to my lovely left is my beautiful, beautiful work wife.
Hey,
V.
y'all.
Tell them, V. Tell them how you
Big
feeling.
Greasy.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling so good, honey. I got
You good?
this comment, Kazi, Como. Wait a minute. Is that right, Jen?
It's the comment, Kami, Cosmo.
What she said.
Yes.
What she said. I'm always checking the names up when
It's
it comes
okay.
to the beverages,
It's
y'all.
all right.
But anyhow, make sure
good.
y'all go to our social media and check out the recipe. Y'all see we matching.
It is
we all in
delicious.
sync with the drink.